Okay, so today's our topic name is DNS and web server. Okay, in our last videos, we have already done with routing protocols. We have done with static routing, dynamic routing, default routing, and every routing, OSPF, single area and multi-area also. Now we have to discuss new topic, DNS and web server. Okay. First of all, we need to understand what is a DNS server and what is the meaning of web server. So DNS server is a domain name server and web server is a computer. Like there is a computer. On that computer, we run the website. You can say web server is a computer that runs websites. Like you can say it is a computer program that distribute web pages as they are requested. Okay. So web server, like my Facebook server, my Google server, my another server, any computer at which we have any website. Okay. And what is a DNS server? DNS server is your domain name server. Domain name server. Now, each web server has some IP address. Like, for example, we are making server of Facebook. Okay, Google is also server. Any xyz.com company server. Okay. So, we have so many servers like this. But computer understand only machine language. Computer understand only machine language. So computer understands 0, 1. Computer understand binary, decimal, hexadecimal, IP address. If you want to like let computer know about the name, like for example, this is my web server Facebook. This is my web server Google, xyz.com. So computer only understand like 10.0.0.1, 20.0.0.2, 30.0.0.3. So if you want to resolve your name with IP, so you have to use a DNS server. So what is DNS? DNS is used to resolve domain name to IP and IP to domain name and vice versa, you can say. Okay. DNS is used to resolve domain name to IP and vice versa. Like the simple example is, for example, DNS server is not available throughout the world. There is no DNS server in the world. You are not able to open your Facebook, Google, XYZ with the domain name. You have to use only IP address. Okay. Okay. So today we have to configure these things on our design. So we need IP addressing today. We need any routing. You want to use EIGRP, OSPF, static routing, any routing you want to use, you can use. You need one design in which we have to use DNS as well as web server. Okay. So let's start with that. I'm starting my packet tracer. Where is my packet tracer? I have to start that. Okay. So I have already one design that is made with simple IP addressing. So I will change that design into your DNS design. So I'm going to share that design with you. So this is the basic design. You have already done it before. For example, this is 10, this is 20, this is 30. Okay, now you have to use this design for making DNS and web server. So this is 10. So I'm adding one server from here with this network, this network, this network. If we had switch, then we can add with another switch also, another design with also. But I just want to let you know that if you want to add your server with switch, then straight cable is used. And if you want to add server, for example, directly with router, then it will choose cross cable. Only in one case, it choose cross cable, like because server's LAN card and router's LAN card seems that they are same. It seems they are same device. While in another, all the device except this DNS and router, server and router, every different device connect with each other with straight cable. Every same device connect with each other with cross cable. Understand the concept? So this is only design. Okay. So already I have given IP address 10.0.0.1, 10.0.0.2 and 10.0.0.3. So this is, so for example, I want to make this server as a Google server. In future, I want to make this server as a Google. I want to make this as a Facebook. I want to make this server as a YouTube. Any of you? And so Google, Facebook, and YouTube, these are known as web servers. Like on this server, we have to made any website. So now networking people don't make websites. Website work is done by like software team, web development team, you can say. They make websites. But if you know any HTML language like PHP, Java, .NET, you can also make this. But in Cisco Packet Tracer, there is a by default page for web server connectivity, because you don't have to make design. In reality, you don't have to make websites. Your work is IP addressing, routing, switching, and any DNS connectivity. So I want to make this server as a DNS server. I can make this server as a DNS, but I want to make this server as a DNS server. Okay. So this server is used for IP to domain name resolving. Okay. Okay. First of all, this is 10.0.0.1, 2, 3, and 4. My first task is providing IP address to this. So 10.0.0.5, because computer only understand the IP addresses. So this is Facebook. After that, we will make this Facebook 248 and 20.0.0.4. 30.0.0.5. Maybe I have used that network. Okay, sorry. 30.0.0.5 already used. 30.0.0.6, 255, 255, 248. Because 30.0.0.5 is the gateway, because this is the older design. Yes. Done. Gateway is 3 here, because here we have used gateway 3. Understand until this? Because this is normal IP addressing. There is no Google, Facebook, YouTube. We will make this Google, Facebook. Okay. And here our new server is connected. So I have to choose another IP address like 60.0.0.1 here and 60.0.0.2 there. So first I'm going to configure new IP address. Interface FA0/1 IP address 60.0.0.1 255 255 255 252. Today I'm using 252 because I have only one IP here. So no shutdown, exit. So this is my 60.0.0.2. So you can use this directly with the router. You can use with switch. It's up to you. 255, 255, 255, 248, and the gateway 60.0.0. So my first task is to ping all the devices with each other. So for pinging, what thing we use? No, that is PDU. That is PDU. Like I want to connect 10.0.0.1 with 20.0.0.1. What thing we need after IP addressing? What will we do? Routing. So for connected this, for you want to connect this, you can use any routing. Now it's your call. You want to use RIP, EIGRP, OSPF or static. Let me know. Which you want to choose there? RIP. Okay, so on this, I'm using RIP for connected this. We know that like nowadays, RIP is not used, but it is very easy. That's why I'm using RIP. So IP route 10 and 40 is there. So today I'm using RIP. You can use OSPF also if you want. Yesterday we have done with OSPF. Oh, sorry. In RIP, you don't need any wildcard mask. Version 2, auto summary. Okay. And for example, you don't want to use RIP here and you want to like change this RIP routing into OSPF. What will you do? For example, first time you use RIP, it is pinging. Now you don't want to use RIP here. So you have to do one thing. You can put no router RIP and you can change your routing into OSPF. So yesterday you have done with OSPF. I'm continuing in OSPF 0007 area 0. Same as 40.0.0.0.0.0.3 area 0. That's why your last topic is also again complete. In this, you have 3 direct networks. Enable show IP route 20, 40, and 50. Router OSPF 1 network 20.0.0.0.0.0.7 area 0. Network 40.0.0.0.0.0.3 area 0. Network 50.0.0.0 sorry 50.0.0.0 area 0. Do show history if you want to check the commands. Like what command I have used. This is 40, 50, and 20. Indirect. I'm using direct. OSPF. I'm working on OSPF. Do show IP route. Here 30, 50, and 60. Router OSPF 1 network 30.0.0.0.0.0.7 area 0. Here you have to use 60 because 60 is the direct network. RIP, EIGRP, OSPF, all the 3 routing use the direct routes. But if you are using static routing, then you have to use indirect network. That's good. So your routing is done. If your routing is done, then you can check with do show IP route. Then your routes will come with O. O stands for OSPF. So same as first packet failed, and after that your next packet will be successful. Okay, but I think I have used 20.0.0.4 here. So okay, 20.0.0.5. So these servers also can ping with each other because these are from different networks, 10 and 20 and 20 and 30. First packet is failed due to R, address resolution protocol. And after that, it is also pinging with 60. Okay, so they are pinging with each other. My whole design is pinging with each other. Now, the important topic. First of all, I have to configure web server. Web server is on that computer which we have made websites. So in Cisco Packet Tracer, we have to click on services. In HTTP, we have index.html and click on edit. This is by default HTML page. Okay. So for example, there are so many students who don't know HTML. So I just want to let you know, here is a word Cisco Packet Tracer here. Okay. If you like Control C, if you use 10.0.0.5 and from any PC, from everywhere, if you go for web browser and put 10.0.0.5, then this page will open, Cisco Packet Tracer. Why? Because this is by default made on this PC. So I want to rename this to Google. Okay. So what I will do, I will change this Cisco Packet Tracer into Google, and you can change the font size. Like our task is don't make these pages. Our task is not to make HTML pages. My task is just to check this. Okay, so that's why I'm going to change this. So I change this to Google. So now if 10.0.0.5 will be there, if you click on go, Google page will be open. Okay, so I want to make this as a Facebook. Same as click on this, services, edit. Facebook. You can change the font. You can change the color if you want. Save. And on third server, you can use it YouTube. Okay. So if you want to change color, you can change color. It's up to you. If you don't want to use, it's up to you. Okay. So now if you know Google's IP is 10.0.0.5. If any PC after routing access 10.0.0.5, then Google will be open. If you click 20.0.0.5, then Facebook will be open. If 30.0.0.6, because this is 6, then YouTube will be open. And in reality also, if you choose original, your original Google Chrome or Mozilla Firefox, then with the IP address, you can open Facebook because DNS is there. I will show you in original also. Okay. But all the PCs are not able to open Google with google.com. Okay. They are not able to open it with facebook.com. So what is the thing which helps us to open these servers with domain name? So that server name is DNS. Why we use DNS? Because all over the world, there are so many users. They want to access Google, Facebook, YouTube with their names. Okay. So that's why we need DNS server, and DNS server IP provided by internet service provider. So here in our practical, we have DNS server IP 60.0.0.2. So just copy the address of DNS server and paste in DNS server of every PC. Okay. Because we have to mention what is my DNS server. We have to use this as a DNS server. In Google server also we have to put DNS. Okay. In Facebook server also we have to put DNS. Like we have to mention what is our DNS. Okay. And if you are giving IP address through DHCP, then you have to give this DNS server with the DHCP also. Okay. But we will do it later. So in every PC, so you can give it by yourself. Okay. I'm just showing. Okay. Like you can do it by yourself in your practical. This is done. And at last that is 0.0.4. Now you have mentioned that this is my DNS. It helps us to change IP address to domain name. But what is the configuration that we have to use on DNS? So we have to click on DNS, go for services. Now you are on DNS server. Okay. DNS. What do you have to do? Now you are on DNS. You don't have to click on HTTP. DNS. Why? Because this is for web server. In web server, we have click on HTTP. Okay. But in DNS, you have to click on DNS. Okay. Now, what is the meaning of DNS? Start from this. DNS is domain name server. You have to click on the server. Now you have to type the name. For example, facebook.com. Address is 20005. Add. You have to use google.com and IP is 10.0.5. You have to give youtube.com and IP is 30.0.0.6. You want to give two names to Facebook, like fb.com. You can give two domain names with same IP address. Okay. Like in future, you want to add like michael.com, dario.com, any other website.com, which you want to use. If your DNS server is configured now, you can click on web browser and put google.com. Okay. Then this is your Google. Your google.com will be there. And after that, if you want to access facebook.com, then Facebook will be open, and youtube.com, and YouTube can be open. Okay, if you want to check, then you can do this table. So in future, if you want to add new router with this, if you want to add a new server with this, you can add. Like each company provides you DNS server IP address. So you can make this design. Okay. And if you want to use this topic in your practical, then it is very nice topic. Okay. Understand this? So I will share this video very soon. Thank you so much.